Hello, welcome everyone. Good to see you here. Hello, Gunnar. Hello, Christy. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll get started soon. We're just about a minute away. This is my first live session in relation to showing or sharing some content. So thanks for coming along. And if you watch this on the replay, I hope you enjoyed the replay as well. I'm still tinkering with live, as you can see, so we'll get rid of that soon. So we are here for the 3 E's of social selling, and you can probably see me here. Oh, there I am. So you can see me there. But anyway, most of you know what I look like. So thanks again for joining. Please, if you have any comments, please put them in the comments box, and I'll be able to respond to them as we go along. So if you want to say hello, if you want to say anything, just please put them in the comments box, and we'll go from there, and we can have some interaction, because unfortunately, I don't know we can do two-way interaction unless I can share the camera, but I won't do that today. But I'm learning, and we'll all learn together. Okay, all right, it's 9:15. Let's get going. So welcome, everyone. Name is Conso Titus with thelearningbroker.com.au, but also under the banner of Social Selling Warrior. That's going to be my new hashtag where I'll be sharing content with. So if you want to see what's happening on LinkedIn with my content, follow that hashtag, please. And anything I'll share will be coming out of that hashtag. That, and also Con's curated content, which is another one I use more when I curate some content and I share that with my network. And that's usually articles or trends or any other analysis I see, or other people's posts that I think are valuable. I will share them under the banner of Con's curated content and also Social Selling Warrior. They're the two unique hashtags I'll be sharing under. We're also going live on YouTube, so you're watching this on YouTube. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, we're going to do a short and brief session today. This is based on a workshop that I'm proposing to roll out. I've already rolled it out with the Melbourne Innovation Centre, you can see there, but I'm looking to also roll it out under my banner in the coming weeks. Maybe probably the end of, if I can get it by the end of May, probably be early to mid-June that I'll roll it out as an online workshop. My background is I've been in learning and development for a number of years. Well, let's go back further. My background has been I'm an accountant by qualification, which is amazing, isn't it? How we all end up in different fields. And then I went into HR and learning development and learned the L&D craft there. And then I got in love with sales, and I got in love with the thrill of the chase and the ability to be able to close a deal. So I moved into that sort of space, and I've been in sales now for a number of years, working for a number of companies, and now moving out into my own little business, educating business people, entrepreneurs, sole traders, even people who are working for major organizations, how to leverage LinkedIn in order to garner leads and take those leads and create potential sales out of them. So hopefully you enjoy it. Let's get into it. I'll start off. So there we are, the three E's of social selling: embrace, engage, and educate. That's what I'll talk about briefly today. I'll be very quick and very brief. If you have any questions along the way, please put them in the comments, and I'll try to scan them every now and again. Okay, let's get into it. So what's the first one? The first one is about embracing. And embracing is about having a presence. And you'll hear me talk about having a presence. It's about having a presence on LinkedIn. So one is to have the courage to get onto LinkedIn, but then have a presence, and have a presence via a profile. Make sure your profile indicates and is loud and clear about what you're doing and who you're looking to help. Now, we use that a lot in LinkedIn, and you'll hear a lot of people like myself who are LinkedIn trainers talk about who you help. And I always tinker with my profile. I like to tinker with it as long as it maintains the same sort of theme and same sort of concept. So you'll see there it's about experienced and results-focused business development professional who listens and develops solutions that deliver results. Also with the profile headline, Google loves giving LinkedIn a bit of love, and it picks up the keywords from your profile headline and therefore captures those as part of your profile when people are looking for things on Google. So if you were, for example, to Google things like business development, listens, develop solutions, hopefully, most likely, mine will come up as one of the results in that space. And that's why we look at profiles. We'll make sure we pin some keywords in there that people can find us and identify us. Have a good picture. Have a banner. Now, the banner, I change my banner once a month at least. Talking about if I'm working with someone or an organization, talking about latest webinar, latest offering, or it could be the latest workshop, or even another banner. Now, banners with landscapes and all that, they're great. Look, they're good, but I prefer those on Facebook or on Instagram. When it's on LinkedIn, I prefer a bit of a professional focused banner. It could be your company's logo. It could be your company's headquarters building. That's okay. It's about you and the company you're working with. But landscapes and those things, they're great, but I just don't like them on LinkedIn. I think they're great for Facebook and they're great for Instagrams and maybe Pinterest, but not for a network or platform like LinkedIn. Again, these are my thoughts. These are the things that I've done that have worked for me. Let's move right ahead. When we're talking about that, we keep talking, and we've got this new feature there about being able to record your name. That's a little bonus tip for you today. You can do that on the mobile where you can record your name, but they give you about 10 to 15 seconds. I think it's a bit more now. Don't just say your name. Talk about who you are and what you do. Hi, Concertitas, business development professional who listens and gets results. That's it. There it is there. People get to hear your voice. They get to hear a bit more than just your name, but they also get to hear about what you do and how you help. So keep that in mind when you're looking to use that pronunciation tab, sort of a button in your profile. Use it to promote yourself. Use it as some free real estate. Geez, if LinkedIn has given us free real estate and free options, let's use them. Let's make the most of them. Okay, so that's a little bonus tip for today there. Let's move right along to the next slide. I won't go into too much detail. That's about the About section, and that's going to be covered more in detail in the workshop. But the About section, one thing I've always done is always write it from the individual, the I. Now, there is talk about writing the third person. I like it to be I have managed to do this. I have supported this. I had a challenge like this, and this is the result I obtained by working with the client in such a way. So make it about yourself and use it from that sort of individual perspective. And we'll cover more of that in the workshop when it comes around. The featured section is, again, another very rarely used section of your profile. Featured is about promoting some things you've done. Now, you see with my one, I've got my social media graduates, manager graduate school certificate, a couple of other certificates. I've since added my Skillsoft certificates on social selling and gathering leads. But instead of featuring something you're proud of, a success, a qualification, it's similar to that. That is a part of your featured section. Again, a good part of the LinkedIn real estate that we should be exploiting and using to our advantage. Now, this is the most rarely used part of the LinkedIn profile that I find people don't really use and maybe take advantage of. Everywhere on LinkedIn, you're talking about yourself. Everywhere on LinkedIn, you talk about, I did this, I did that, this is my profile, this is what I do. The social proof of LinkedIn comes into at the recommendations. Try to garner recommendations from your people, clients, colleagues, senior managers, peers, whatever they are. At least try to garner a new one once a month if you can, at least once every 6 weeks. They add to your social proof on LinkedIn. Whether it's talking about your skills as a HR professional, whether it's talking about your skills as a salesperson, whether it's talking about your skills as a project manager, whether it's talking about your whatever it is, it all helps. People look at them. And I can tell you for a fact, I've been successful in a couple of opportunities I've gone for because of my recommendations. They really do help a lot. Let's try and get the mouse here. Look. I'm going to go full screen here and see what happens there. It's not doing it. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm just conscious you can't see me, but that's all right. I'll work that out next time. Don't do, whatever you do, don't do this. Now, this is a true factual profile. Don't do that. I don't know if it's still there, but it did the rounds a while ago quite a bit. Not very professional, and I don't know, this individual will be getting a lot of business or even connections. Funny thing there, he had 381 connections, which is a bit surprising to say the least. Maybe people just joined and connected with him for the fun of it. Who knows? Okay, let's get into now quickly engage. So we talked about the first one, which is embracing. So embracing is about your profile. not only embrace LinkedIn, but make sure you have a quality profile that people can discover you, know what you stand for, and know that if they want to discuss things with you, that they can approach you because you've got a bit of pronunciation there, audio that people can have heard your voice. Maybe if you get creator mode and cover story, you can put a bit of a video there, and that's another workshop altogether. But embracing is all about being on the platform with a good, solid profile. Now, no one's profile is perfect. Trust me, no one's. You'll get a lot of gurus and trainers telling you no one's is perfect. We all are tinkering with it. We are always working with them. We are always adjusting them to suit the various target markets we're aiming for or the type of clients we're looking to attain. Now, let's get on to Engage. Engage is all about connecting, but also finding the people you need to connect with. So look at one of the classic things we all know that we're in sales and even in other industries is doing an ideal customer profile, an ICP. By doing an ideal customer profile, you take a piece of paper out, you get a sheet out, you start analyzing in depth the kind of individual that you would like to target as part of your profile or as part of your social selling activities. Gender, age group, geography, family makeup, what type of sites do they look at, what kind of things do they buy online, what kind of engagement do they usually have online. There's a lot of information from all these platforms. You go to the Facebooks, you go to the Googles, they share a lot of their data and analytics around the type of people that do what on certain platforms, the type of people that do what on particular times of the day, how many people are buying online, how many people are researching online. So start developing a profile of the individual you want to target and then start searching for them on LinkedIn and start connecting. But when you're connecting, please keep in mind these couple of tips. Have a conversation starter, e.g., "Hi Con, I really enjoyed that post you put on the other day. I'm also looking to get into social selling. I'd love to connect and follow your content. Regards, George." And then that's part of the invitation. So connect with the conversation starter. Find a common theme. Please make it personal. I'm not into automation. I don't like automation. I find automation is very non-personal, non-authentic, non-genuine, whatever those words are. I don't like automation. Yes, automation is good to create some leads and to discover them, but when you're connecting, make it a personal message about that person. And please look at their profile. Look what they've done before you even connect. I'm getting a lot at the moment, and we did COVID really went bonkers where people were just connecting with some automated bots without even looking at my profile. So I looked to see the profile. No, that individual had not looked at my profile, and I thought, well, you know what? Yeah, this is a bot. I'm not going to connect with this. I believe in genuine, authentic conversations and connections. Put yourself in their shoes. Would you read your message? Read it to your husband. Read it to your wife. Read it to your partner. So, hey, does this message? Would you read this message if I also sent it to you? Would you react? Read it to a colleague. Read it to a peer. Do some testing of your messages. See if they're working with them because they're buyers, they're consumers in the market as well. And social selling is not about selling online. Social selling is about taking that relationship, creating that relationship, and moving that relationship offline to a conversation where you can then start pitching and selling. Guys, do not sell online. That's my, if you're taking the day for that, whether it be Facebook, any social media platform is there to create and nurture a relationship, to create a conversation, to demonstrate your thought leadership, to create some content, to show that you know what you're talking about, and then taking that conversation offline to a coffee meeting, we can have them now, or to a phone conversation and say, hey, you know what, let's talk more about what we were talking online about. Let me talk to you about what I do. This is how I've helped customers. This is the results I've attained. What do you think? And have that conversation there. A couple of messages there for you today. So hopefully you're taking that down. Here's an example I've got. Hi, Frank. Thank you for connecting. I work for a company called SIO Global. We've recently completed a recent white paper on how to successfully secure the right standards management platform for your organization. I'd love to send you a copy. So a couple of things you can take from this one. Thank you for connecting. I'm anticipating a connection. Told them who I'm working for. So I'm very open and upfront about who I'm working for. we've got a white paper, we've got a bit of content here that Frank might be interested in because it talks about how to secure the Right Standards platform. So he may be interested in that because I've seen his profile, I've done my ideal customer profile. Frank is the kind of person who would be interested in something that we've got to offer. Ask for permission. I'd love to send you a copy. I'd love to send you an invite to my webinar. I'd love to send you an invite for a coffee meeting. Ask for permission. And I believe you'll get a lot of value out of it. Kind regards, Con. Not a perfect message, but a message to start off a conversation with. And you'll be amazed the kind of traction you'll get. People respect others who use their name, who've looked at their profile, have got an idea what business they're in, and also seek their permission to go to the next step. And if Frank says, no, I'm not interested, Con, that's okay. He might still connect, but he's not interested for a conversation or the white paper, that's okay. If he connects, he's on your list, he's one of your people in your network, and what you do with Frank in about 3 or 4 months' time. Hi, Frank, it's Con again. Just to let you know, we've got a webinar coming up now, which is complementary to the white paper I was talking to you about, and this webinar is going to focus on some aspects of the white paper. Love to send you an invite, and as well as the white paper that we didn't get a chance to send you last time. Are you interested? And you don't know, Frank's position might have changed. Frank's situation might have changed. You just don't know. So you don't lose connection with them, but you just keep going back and nurture that relationship and continue to work with that relationship until you can get to the situation where you can have that one-on-one conversation. Okie dokie, let's move right along. That was a bit of a case study. I won't talk about that one there. What I will say about engaging there is social listening triggers. Always be aware of social listening triggers. What are they? Well, hey, we had one this week, the budget. Budget allocated XXX to these particular fields. What you do is you go in there, if one of those fields, one of those areas is an area that you want to target, there's been some money allocated, you start looking for people in aged care, for people in disability, for people in business who are looking to write off assets. And say, hey, notice the budget's done this, this, and this. Here's our little dissertation of the budget. The organisation might have done a bit of a summary. I'd like to share it with you. But also, I'd like to tell you how we, as supporting organisations, to tap into the funds being made available by the government. There's some examples. Look for triggers, social listening triggers. The Royal Commission into the banking sector. Heaps of gems in there about what the banks were doing. And I know for a fact a lot of my learning colleagues managed to capitalise on that because of all the critique that came out about the banks and what they were doing. The aged care report, and now the government's allocating some money to it. Another trigger. Look out, and this is one I shared last night. This is another bonus tip for you today. The tender winners. There's a TenderLink site. Get a subscription to a TenderLink site if you can, if your company's got one. Look who's winning major projects. Look who's winning these particular projects, and then target them via your CRM and say they're already a client. If they're not, then go and look for them online and find them. Major project winners have got money being provided by funding by the government or some other organisation. If they've got the money, they're going to be looking to invest in their people because they're going to need to get people to deliver those projects. They're going to have the right capabilities to deliver those projects. So they're going to be looking to invest, whether it be via learning platforms, whether it be from some HR platforms, whether it be some remuneration platforms, whatever it is, they're going to look to invest somehow, some way. How good is it if you can get in early and indicate to them, hey, well done. I noticed you won this project. This is a great achievement. Great to see local companies getting these opportunities. One of the things that we've noticed is companies get these opportunities sometimes don't focus on their people capability. I'd like to talk to you more about X, Y, and Z. Great conversation starter. As you can see, very passionate about the subject. Okey-doke. Now, the last one. Educate. Educate is where the rubber hits the road. Educate. So we talked about embracing. We talked about engaging. Now, once you engage, about educating. Now, educating has a number of aspects. LinkedIn gives us a couple of platforms to use when educate. So you can see there in the top there, if I can just, let me see it on the screen, here it is there. You've got articles, posts, and documents. An article is a blog post. They used to call them blogs. They used to call the Pulse platform, but it's the blog posting. And that's where you can actually do a long form piece on a particular topic or subject area with a call to action. Remember, anything you do on LinkedIn, if it's about business, try to put a call to action in it. Hey, give us a call. Drop me a comment. Here's my calendar to make a booking, whatever it is. Here's a link to our website. Check this out. Call to action. Because you want to drive them somewhere where they can then make a decision to continue that conversation. So a blog post is a good one. Like that demonstrates your thought leadership in the space you're working in. It shows that you know what you're talking about. You've analysed a particular topic or subject, and you're now ready to have a conversation further if someone connects with you to unpack their situation and maybe help them address their particular problem. Yeah, posts, they're the short form ones. So it's a quick, couple of paragraphs and a bit of a short form post. But also with short form posts, try to use hashtags in it. 3 to 5 is the norm, although that's sort of been the myth busted a bit recently, but 3 to 5 is the norm for hashtagging in relation to what you should be using. Now, hashtags, you would have heard me before, the social selling warrior, curated content. Try to find, if you can, ones that are in the industry you're focused on, but also try to create a unique one for yourself. Why is that powerful? Well, hashtagging is a bit like indexing on the big wide web. So if you want to go back and find a particular post or something you shared, if you've got a unique hashtag that belongs to you and you're one of the few people that's using it, you'll be able to discover it a lot easier. So that's the other thing about hashtagging. It's about indexing your content so that way it makes it easier to be found. But having said that, try to use others that are more generic and are followed widely. So you can go into LinkedIn, search that hashtag, see if people are following that hashtag, and say, yep, that's a good one to use. And there's other tools you can search for, which I'll cover in the workshop, which will talk about how you can particularly find particular tools that help you identify the popular hashtags in your industry. And from there, you can use those in your particular posts. Remember one rule, no one owns a hashtag. You can use any hashtag you like. Even though a particular organization is using it, if you feel it's going to propel your particular post and your content, go for it and use it. It's called hijacking, and it's nothing wrong with hijacking a hashtag. There's nothing wrong with it because you are using a hashtag that's out there and it's available for anyone to use. So when you're posting, try to use hashtags in your posts. Again, it will target the area you want to go to. And the other form of posting with educating is documents. So you can see there you can attach a PDF. A lot of organizations produce some great collateral, some one-page infographics, data analysis, great to share on LinkedIn. Here's our latest infographic on injuries in the workplace, something I did recently. Or here's an infographic on how remuneration systems are working and how they're effective in relation to engagement of staff. Or here's the latest infographic on social media platforms and the impact they're having on buyer awareness. Great to share those infographics. People love infographics. People love documents. And what you can do then too is once you shared that, there is, I can't show you, there's a little thing that appears, a little square, little icon on the bottom. People can download that infographic and keep it and share it. How good is it people download your infographic and they share it in the organization? Awesome, because it's got your branding. And as they share it, your brand's going around the world. That is awesome. So try to share documents, try to share content that pertains to that industry, but also allow people to download that and to share it amongst their people and also on various channels. All these are aimed to educate your network, the people you're connected with, whether it be from documents, whether it be from posts, whether it be from blogs and articles. All they all do is promote you as a thought leader, as someone who knows what they're talking about in that industry. And it's a great way then to connect. Now, if you're looking to educate, people say to me, Con, I can't create content. What do I write about? There's a very popular approach we call curating. Now, curating is about finding content that's already there that you can share that's relevant to your industry. But what I would do with curating now, I do it sometimes where I don't put a comment because it's a HBR article. I think it's pretty obvious. It's HBR. But curating is about finding some content, sharing it with your network, but also putting your perspective on it, showing you've read it and putting your perspective and saying, hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And when you're doing this via curation or even from your own content, tag a few people. Tag some people you know in your industry. Tag some people that's outside your industry, but it's pertaining to a particular concept they've been talking about. If you come across something on social selling, tag me. Hey, Con, love to hear your thoughts. I'll give you that permission. So put at Concertatus, find me, connect me, tag me. Tagging people has a major impact on your content because once Con responds, Con's network gets to see that original piece of content as well. So that original piece just goes bonkers. 1 second, I have a drink of water. Okay, so curating content is not all that bad. It's sharing people's content. Now, sharing, people would say you sharing other people's content doesn't give you the exposure. If you put commentary, if you put some analysis and some perspective on that content from your situation and from where you're coming from, people will value that. Okay, just quickly, video is very popular on LinkedIn. We'll talk more about that at the session we'll run. And, oh geez, polls. How many of you are getting poll ad nauseum? Polls, we were talking last night on Clubhouse. That's another one we'll talk about one day. And someone was saying that out of their 20 posts they had in their feed, 5 of them were polls. So 25% of their first 20 posts were polls, whatever it was, yeah. So there you are. They're going crazy. But why are they going crazy? They're a great source of intelligence. They're a great approach to interaction and engagement on your post. If you get a major influencer or someone with a bit of a network, engage on that particular poll, that's going to go viral. Excuse me, folks. So, polls are good, but don't overuse them. And also, please, don't put a poll like I saw the other day, which was something along the lines of, how are you feeling today? Answer 1 was good. Answer B was okay. Answer C was not bad. All right. I can see what they were trying to do, and it's a good tactic, but I just avoid that poll. I just overlooked it. All I do is I put a comment and say, no, I just put a comment and said no comment. And I just left it at that. So if you're going to make a poll, look, this guy, Daniel Disney. I love Daniel Disney. If you're not following, if you're in sales and you're not following Daniel Disney, you're making a big mistake. One of the best I've seen. A lot of free webinars. I'm not getting any money from Daniel, but he's one of the best I've seen on LinkedIn. So, is cold calling dead? What a great question. If you're in sales, you know about cold calling. You know what the challenges are with cold calling. Yes, no. There you are. And he had 3,500 votes. That's nearly 3. Well, by the time we finished, I think we went to 3.5 to 4. So imagine that's 3,500 people connecting with your post. And you get to see who voted. And you get to see how they voted. Look at that. You've already got 3,000 people that you can start connecting with. Hey, Christy, I noticed you voted this way. Can you tell me more about why you voted that way? Is there something you're struggling with? There's a relation. Hey, Gunnar, I noticed you voted yes, but you also put a comment there saying you would like some more information. You thought you could do this better. Can we have a chat? So it's not an engagement. It can create a conversation to take it further. Use them wisely, but don't use them ad nauseum. Okay, stories we'll talk more about in our session. Look, I'll finish up by saying that with Educate and to create viral content, it's about people like stories. So the way I found with creating some content's viral, and some people would have seen me recently, I put a very personal story up on LinkedIn. Wait till you hear the numbers I'm getting on that. Now, that was a personal story because I was very happy and proud about my son's achievements. And I'm very conscious the platform is a professional platform, and I'm very conscious about not making it a Facebook. But for me, it was about inspiring other people, showing that things can be done, and not to lose hope. So I felt it probably suited LinkedIn. Over 200,000 views on that post at the moment. And it's another example of sharing some of your personal perspective as well as business. Be courageous. Open up yourself to some personal stories. People love to hear personal stories. And you'd be amazed how many other people would relate to that story. I'm getting responses and comments from people all over the world. Con, this story is great. My 3-year-old son is just currently going through this. This gives me a lot of hope for the future. How good is that? No, I did it because I want to share the success of my son. I did it because I want to inspire the people. But what it's also done for me as an aside and call it a side benefit, I'm getting profile views from people I've never heard of before. And what that does is my profile view is spiraling upwards for whatever reason. So what does LinkedIn do? LinkedIn gives me creator mode. It says, hey, you're getting exposure here. You're getting a lot of people coming to you. We're going to give you creator mode. So I've got creator mode. And I've got LinkedIn Live. So that's what those kind of things do. Share a personal story. Don't make it a Facebook, but share a personal story. Talk about some of your challenges, some of your successes and how you've overcome them. Inspire other people. Share your stories, because storytelling and inspiration is what people are looking for in this day and age, as well as some good content. So that's how you create. Now, I'll finish off by saying, as I said at the beginning, the whole thing about social selling is to be present and to be consistent. Get on the platform, create a profile that's very powerful, and connect, interact, comment, share, but also be consistent. Stay in your lane, stay in your channel. I'm focusing on social selling. My content's going to be on social selling. I'm not going to talk about engineering or cybersecurity and how it's impacting the economy. Mine is going to be on social selling, how people can use a platform to leverage that platform to generate and create leads that can take offline to hopefully potentially close some sales. Be consistent in what you're talking about. Stay in your lane. Don't create confusion in your network about what you're doing and what you're standing for, but also be present. How often do I post, Con? I would say two or three times a day. You'd be great. If you can do it about 15 times a week, it's awesome. And do a mix of, this is what I do a mix of, I'll just show you this particular, where is it? Just get to my screen. Here we are. Do a mix of 80% value and 20% promotional. Promotional is about your business, the company you work for. 80% is content you've found, you've discovered, content you've created, a blog post you've written, a personal story, a challenge, a triumph. That's adding value. And the 20% is about, hey, we've got a new product coming out tomorrow. Check it out over here. Or we've got a new platform we want to share with you. Check it out here. Sharing an infographic or sharing a PDF, that's adding value in my view. Although it's promoting the company, but you're adding value because you've got some content to share which is going to be relevant to your network or to your industry. Promotional, pure promotion, which is about, here's our new product set. Here's the steak knives we're promoting today. Click here to buy them. So with that in mind, we are getting close to the hour. It's 9:47. I did say I'll finish by 10. Do you have any questions? You want to put them in the comments? And I'll see if I can put up any questions, any thoughts. I'll just get rid of the banners. Let's see. There's that. There you are. And one day I'll find out how to get rid of the other one. But anyway, we're getting there. Hope you enjoyed that. Look, like I said, this is part of a course that I've delivered. I'm going to extrapolate a bit further, make it a bit more interactive, and hopefully deliver it online. So stay tuned for that. It's coming soon. But hopefully you got some value out of that, and you can maybe share that with the people in your. Just trying to get with it. Here we are. That's me. In your industry, in your network, amongst your peers. If you're watching this on replay, hope you got something out of it. You're watching it live. So to Christy and to Gunnar, thank you very much for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me here today. Embarking on a new adventure here, looking to make an impact by sharing content. I'm also very active on Clubhouse. If you're on Clubhouse, get on that. If you want an invite to Clubhouse, I've got heaps. So it's on iOS at the moment, but it's been rolled out in Android. Apparently, America has gone first with a bit of a beta test on Android, but they're looking to expand that further. It really is an exciting platform if you're looking to connect and make not only make connections but also learn. You are learning heaps on Clubhouse. And please, if you need an invite, let me know. Drop me a DM, and happy to organise one for you or anyone else you may know. So I'm just wanting to see if there's any comments. If there's no comments, thank you again for your participation. Stay tuned. I'll probably try to do one a week if I can on a LinkedIn Live. I will promote them in my profile. And if you get some value, just let me know. If not, By the way, if you'd like me to cover something else or you've got a particular situation and you'd like to say, Con, can we discuss this in a LinkedIn Live? Happy to get it online. We're going to do a two-way chat and we can crowdsource a solution. What a great way to go. What a great way to go. I really believe in collaborative discussions and crowdsourcing solutions because no one has all the answers. On that note, I'm Conso Tatus, the social selling warrior. You can find me on LinkedIn. And I'll say goodbye to you all. Have a great weekend. If you follow the football, good luck to your team. If you don't, enjoy the weekend. Take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.